I'm Dutch, and let's react to the Americans. Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Johan, and I'm a typical Dutchman. And if you're planning to come over to Europe for your holidays or maybe to live here forever, or if you're wondering why is everything so expensive in the United States in comparison with Europe, then you are at the right channel. Because in this channel, I take a look at and react to videos about life and living in America versus life and living in Europe and the cost of. And for today, we're going to take a look at American tries a European driving test. It didn't go well. Okay. Knowing what how the training is in the United States and how well trained you have to be to get your driver's license versus what you have to do over here in Europe, depends on which country, but in Europe in general, what you have to do and to learn to get a driver's license over here. I think that he has a hard time to do a European driving test. I'm curious what he's going to do. And if you do too, and you think, hey, that's a good video to look at, then maybe you should subscribe to the channel and like the video, because then we can attract more people to the channel, and I can get up to my first 1,000 subscribers. So thank you if you want to subscribe. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at how this American tries a European driving test.
Oh, I am extremely nervous for this. No video reaction today, but I, your American friend, is going to take a driver's license test, practice driver's license test for, I'm not sure what country yet. What should we do? Let me pull this open. All right, we got Belgium, we got France, Denmark.
Oh, I do not know all of them. I'm Dutch, of course. So I'm curious too. I know there's a lot of similarities between all the rules in Europe and within the EU, but I'm not sure in how much all these rules are exactly the same. There are some minor differences. So depending on which country he chooses, I hope, of course, that he chooses the Dutch, but I don't see in his list. I see Greece and Germany and France and Finland, Belgium way up there. Are this alphabetically? Yeah, so then he has to scroll down to the Netherlands. I'm curious, what's he going to choose?
Mark, I don't want to do the UK.
There are the Netherlands, yeah.
Because I feel like that's probably the most close to us here in the US, possibly. So
no way.
let's do, all right, let's just go and stick with Belgium.
Belgium. Okay. Now I need to test myself too. Belgium. Some differences with the Netherlands are that in Belgium, the right of way is a bit different. Yeah. So, but he's doing the theoretical exam. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Exam. Okay. All right. So I got Belgium open. With these practice tests, you can prepare yourself for obtaining your driver's license. The practice questions are based on the official theory exam. Don't know what that means. Select the correct answer and
based on the okay. When you're coming over to Europe, no matter which country, and first of all, if you have a driver's license in the United States, you can throw that one in the trash can. It has no valid, it's not valid over here in Europe anyway, anyhow. No matter how long you drove in the United States, when you come over to Europe, you need a new valid European driver's license. So, and part of that is doing a theoretical exam. not only a practical and also a theoretical exam. So that he does not know what a theoretical exam is, I do not blame him, but that's part of the exam we have.
Try to answer all questions correctly. The solutions appear below. Try to learn from your mistakes. All right, so it looks like these ones are locked. So we're just going to do the free one unless I do really well, and then we will move forward with the paid ones. All right, here we go. Oh God, this is going to be so hard. Which traffic sign indicates that parking and stopping is prohibited?
Oh, yeah, of course. The biggest problem between United States and Europe is that in the United States, a lot of signs are text-based. And that's a problem over here in Europe because every country has its own language. So with so many different languages, you can put a text on a sign. So it's a picture-based, let's say. And another problem with us coming over to America, there are so many text signs in on a pole that we don't have enough time to read, translate, and understand what's actually saying while you're driving along. So, yeah. Okay, which traffic sign indicates that parking and stopping is prohibited? Well, prohibited signs are signs who are round with a red circle. So that's always a sign something is not allowed. And in this case, parking and stopping is prohibited with this sign. It's only one red line, then it usually say it's not allowed to park, but you can stop. But this is no parking and no stopping. This is prohibited to pass.
I would have parking and stopping. I'm gonna guess the one that has the big red X right here. Okay. So unless we got both A and B, what is this? A red car to black car? I don't think that means that parking and stopping is prohibited. If you have a white car and a black car, or a red car and a black car. All right. Oh gosh. Let's do A. I got it right. Okay,
yes, correct.
Right. We're on a roll. Let's go. How do I get to the next one? All right, right here. 50 questions. All right, I don't know if I'll be able to do 50. We're going to have to do a speed round here. How do I get to the next one? There we go. How many pedals does a vehicle with manual gears have? Well,
oh, yeah, okay. 3 pedals is the question. How many pedals? Yeah, 3. But this, I see in the answers, I see gears. And gears is something else as pedals. Strange.
Well, I guess it would just depend on the type of car, right? Like some have 3 pedals. Unless you have paddle shifters, then you would have 2. I'm gonna go off of like this is just a standard manual car, so we're gonna say, wait, hold on. How many pedals does a vehicle with manual gears have? Why does it say gears?
Yeah,
wouldn't it say pedals? 3 pedals? 4 pedals? Yeah. What? How many pedals?
This is wrong. Belgium. That's what I saw too. It's actually need to be 3 pedals. Error. Typo.
Probably looks so stupid right now. With manual gears, why does it say gears? I'm just going to go with 3.
He's
all right,
right.
I got it right. A vehicle with manual gears has 3 pedals. A vehicle with automatic gears has 2 pedals. Okay, I think that's just like a typo. Is that a typo?
Yeah,
right.
it is.
Yeah, so it feels so stupid now. All right, let's keep going. What does this traffic sign mean? Mandatory path for cyclists. That's probably it. Driving straight ahead, mandatory except for cyclists. Oh, man. Road with one-way traffic except for cyclists, and road with one-way traffic for cyclists. I have...
Oh, nice answers. It is mandatory road, mandatory direction, except for cyclists. Yeah. It's a blue sign with an arrow in any direction, but this blue sign means mandatory to go that direction. So it's mandatory direction except for cyclists. So you can expect that you're facing at a cyclist.
No idea. This is a 100% complete guess. I'm going to say driving straight ahead mandatory except for cyclists because we have the blue arrow that it's ahead, but then the bicyclists have arrows going both ways. So we're going to say driving straight ahead mandatory except for cyclists. Oh, man. I got it wrong.
Wrong. What? Road with one-way traffic except for cyclists. Then the Belgians have a separate sign for one-way roads than we have in the Netherlands. We also have one, but it's not this tall. It's smaller. Okay. My mistake too, but it's at least it is mandatory direction, and this is an exception sign. Yeah.
This traffic sign indicates the begin of a road with one-way traffic, except for cyclists. All right, not doing so hot. Let's keep going. Which traffic sign is a mandatory sign? What does that even mean?
Yeah. Again, blue with an arrow. So this is the mandatory sign. This is a red circle. So this is a prohibited sign. So A.
A mandatory sign. It's going to be the big red one. It's going to be B. What?
What?
Like, it has a red arrow turning right with a big line going through it. Like, mandatory, you do not turn right here.
Yeah,
but
so it's a prohibited sign and not a mandatory sign. Yeah. It's disgusting. Disgusting. It's you can discuss about it, yeah.
It was A. A mandatory sign can be recognized by its round shape and blue color.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. We don't have...
That's why we had the previous one. So in Belgium, the mandatories are rounded with blue and an arrow. And over here, it's rectangle, blue with an arrow.
Blue colors in our traffic signs. So that's a first for me. Oh gosh. All right, we're 50-50 right now. Only 5 questions in. I'm failing really bad. What kind of traffic sign is this? Well, it is a mandatory sign because it's blue. It's not an I'm just going to say a mandatory sign. That's all I know. It's blue. Yeah. Okay, cool. I got it.
Mandatory for cyclists, so it's a cycling path.
All right. I was like, is this some type of trick question that's going on? All right. And you guys got to let me know in the comments if you remember all of these, if you have your driver's license, or if you've forgotten some of them, or if they're like not even common at all, like you rarely see these type of signs. Let me know. It keeps texting me.
Well, these signs are, this one is, no, both. Yeah, you will see them both.
All right. Which traffic sign is a prohibitory sign?
A prohibitory sign. Okay. Again, rounded sign, red circle. Yeah. Prohibited. This is a triangle sign pointed up is a warning. This means warning, and this means prohibited.
Neither? I feel like it's got to be neither. All right, neither. B. Oh, that was my second guess. This is going to be so bad. All right, what does this traffic sign mean? Caution, there's a train coming. Caution, railroad crossing. That's like immediately off of when I see this.
Yeah, triangle shaped with the pointed and upwards pointing triangle shape warning. In this case, a railroad crossing. Yeah.
That's what I think. Warning for trams. Warning for a railroad crossing without barriers. Maybe that one.
Yeah.
Entry prohibited. Pedestrians and cyclists prohibited. No, it's got to be
B.
Warning for railroad. Is it a crossing though? I feel like if it was a crossing, it wouldn't have the arms because there is no barriers. So we're going to go with warning for a railroad crossing without barriers. Yes!
Correct.
Got it. All right. I'm turning this thing around. 50 questions. I can pass it. The white car wants to turn left. Which driver has priority? Well, that's
the white car wants to turn left. Okay. So it's a turning car. then the blue car has priority.
Easy, the blue car does. That's simple. See, that's in our driving tests. I remember that. Also, when people, I hate it when I do this, like when I'm driving on a road, I'll be that white car and then the blue car will be coming, or like if it's at a stop sign and they're there before me, I don't know, wherever it's at. When people don't understand who has the right of way, that drives me absolutely nuts. And here in Tennessee, in the United States, everyone that drives, for the most part, especially in smaller towns, is very, very polite. So if you pull up to a stop sign, they'll be fully stopped at the stop sign and you'll pull up next. They've clearly been there before you were, and you'll pull up and they're like turning left, or they're turning left on their side and you're going straight. So you're waiting for them to go and they'll wave you on to like go in front of them. And it's like, just follow the rules. It's your turn. Just go. I don't know. There's a fine line between being polite.
And over here in Netherlands, in Europe, there are some ho on the road, but most of them are polite. Yeah. What does this traffic sign mean? Parking on the sidewalk is allowed.
Polite and just ruining the flow of traffic, if you know what I mean. What does this traffic sign mean? Parking prohibited, parking only allowed on the verge or sidewalk. It's got to be that one. Parking only allowed on the road, pedestrians prohibited. It's got to be the second one. Parking only allowed on the verge or sidewalk because it's elevated a little bit. But yeah, that would be the road and this would be the sidewalk.
Again, blue sign.
And it's telling you to park right
Mandatory.
there. All right. Yes. All right. Here we go. We're bouncing back. What does this traffic sign mean? I have no fucking idea. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that this is something in the United, especially with this bridge over it. It's a weird sign, even for us. We know what it means, but the sign in total, what it says, it's not clear. But this means it's the end of the highway.
What does that mean? What? End of the motorway, parking allowed, pedestrians
motorway,
and cyclists prohibited, begin of a built-up area. What? End of the motorway? It's got to be end of the motorway.
Yeah,
that one's the only one that seems logical because there's like a barrier with a line across it. The motorway is ending. It's telling you to stop, maybe? I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get this one wrong. I got it right. Okay, here we go. 7 out of 10. What do I need? How many can you miss on a driving test like this? I would imagine you got to get 80%.
So we had no stopping and parking as was the first question. Again, rounded circle. This time only one, so it's allowed to park, to stop, but it's not allowed to park. Yeah.
Correct? 90%? All right, what does this traffic sign mean? Parking prohibited, entry prohibited, road with one-way traffic, parking allowed. I'm going to say entry prohibited. I don't know. That's what I'm going for. Parking prohibited.
Yeah.
Okay. That was close. What does that have to do with parking, though?
Nothing, but yeah, I understand. It's he had the first question right, and then his logic was correct. Big cross, but that cross doesn't mean a cross. This cross meant that one line is no parking, and 2 lines is no parking and stopping. But the sign is rounded, red outer line. So yeah, I know it's confusing.
Oh my gosh. That's just confusing. Which traffic sign indicates that you must give priority to all road users? I have no.
Yeah, I have no clue. Again, this time we have a triangle pointing upwards. So this is a warning, and a triangle pointing downwards has to do with giving way. And so this time it's giving way as the sign. So A is the one that you need.
No idea. For us, this is kind of like a yield sign. So if you have to give
if A is actually a yield sign in the United States, then this is exactly the same.
Priority to everyone, the black X, I would assume, is saying It's not yield. I don't even know where I'm going with this. B. I hate it when they put the A and B and neither in though, because I'm
No,
like,
it's
I want to
A.
click neither, because no, let's just click B.
Wrong.
Shit. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. It's a triangle pointed down has to do with priority. These are priority signals. And triangle pointing up, it has to do with warning.
I was doing so well. What does this traffic sign mean? Zone, 30 kilometers an hour. That's the speed limit. Begin of an advisory speed limit. Begin of a zone with a speed limit. Begin of a zone for pedestrians. End of speed limit. All right, it's either the first one.
Yeah, it's just because red circle, there we are again. The red circle, this means this is mandatory. So 30 kilometers zone.
Or the second one, advisory speed limit. So they just
Yep.
like give you a recommendation of how fast you should go.
Yeah, then it would be a blue one over here, a blue square with white letters. But this is not. It's not an advice. It's the red circle, so it's mandatory. Maximum speed 30 kilometers.
Begin of a, it's got to be the speed limit. No. Oh my gosh. Why does this seem so hard now? Is it advisory because like it's only at certain times? I'm between these two. Yes. All right, got it right. What does this traffic sign mean? That is going to mean parking prohibited, pedestrians prohibited, direction prohibited, road with one-way traffic, warning for a danger with it's got to
Direction. Yeah, it's the other side of a one-way road. So at the beginning, it will be the blue sign that we saw with the two with the bicycle exception, two-way exception, and this is on the other end. So it's entry prohibited. It's rounded circle, around the circle, a rounded sign. Yeah, it's prohibited.
be the direction prohibited, one-way traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Correct.
We have this one. That's why I knew it so
That's one too.
quickly. Which traffic sign is prohibitory? A prohibitory sign. That would
Yeah, prohibits.
be B, right?
No,
It was B.
A.
The blue ones are. A? No.
Yeah. Rounded, with a red line.
I already forgot. Oh my gosh. 9 out of 15.
And this one, the blue one, it's blue. I really do not know what this one is. It has to do with parking. It's a parking zone, but usually it is a P when there is a parking zone. So I do not know. I do not know what this one is.
15, you guys. A prohibitory sign can be recognized by its round shape and red color. What was the other one that was blue? We don't even use prohibitory like terminology in our driving. Which driver has priority? That's kind of hard. Well, there's
Yeah, if you're not used to it, which driver has priority? White is coming up with on his left side, red. Red is coming up to the crossing with on his right side, white. So white is coming on the right side of red, so red has priority. White has priority on the red because he's coming on the right side of red. So white has priority.
well, I guess if you don't have a stop sign or a light, we would never have an intersection like this in America, because if you come to an intersection like this, it either has a stop sign or a light. So if there is none, shoot.
Yeah, we call it an even crossing. So it's an even crossing. An even crossing means that all the traffic coming from your right has priority over you.
I would probably say the red car because it's closer to
Okay.
the sidewalk than the white car between the two, like the distance.
Yeah,
So I'm
okay.
going to say the red car. Damn.
It's
The-
blue.
it just says the white car has priority over the red car. Why though?
Oh, does not explain why. Oh, how will you learn if you don't know why the white car has priority over the red car? It's not good in this exam. White car has priority because it comes from the right side of the crossing.
This doesn't make sense. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, he's
Which
right.
traffic sign indicates a railroad crossing with one rail?
Oh, this is a different one. Yeah, we don't. Or this bad drawing, or this, but yeah. A. But in the Netherlands, those crossings are more compressed, more square-like, rectangle-like than these square-like. So A. But it's a hot one. If he has this right, I want to know.
Probably the one. I feel like if there was two rails, they would add. I didn't even know that was a thing. What do you need a sign for a crossing with one rail? Why can't you just have a railroad crossing sign? A. Okay, got it. What does this traffic?
Okay. Why do you even inform the car user that there is a railroad crossing with two or one? It's warning that there is a railroad crossing is enough. There we have him again. What does this say? And he had it right because it's the same sign as his first question. So
Traffic sign mean? Didn't we already do this?
Yes, we
parking
did.
and stopping prohibited.
yeah, no
Warning
parking, no
for an
stopping.
uncontrolled crossroad. Warning for a road narrowing. Pedestrians and cyclists prohibited. Pedestrians and cyclists.
No.
That was the other one I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep going. You're approaching a road narrowing. Which traffic sign indicates you have give way? I can't handle this terminology. Which traffic sign indicates you have give way? This is
Yeah. You're approaching a narrow road, a road narrowing. Which traffic sign indicates you have to give way? To have give way. Yeah, that you have to give way. Well, you're approaching. You are approaching. Which traffic sign indicates that you have to give way? Okay. That means that this one, A, because I'm approaching, so I'm red, and the opposite has black, so the opposite, the oncoming traffic has right of way. And on the other side of this one is this one, which indicates that oncoming traffic has to wait, and you have right of way. So these are on the opposites of each narrowing or a bridge or some narrow tunnel or whatever. Yeah. But okay, so you are approaching a road narrowing. Which traffic sign indicates that you have to give way? That's A in this case.
a 100% guess. I'm going to say neither. All right. Traffic sign A indicates a road narrowing where you have to give way. Traffic sign B indicates a road narrowing where you have priority. Is this why we have so many accidents? You guys have like a sign for literally any possible situation you could be in on the road, where we're just like we don't have any of these. None
Yeah, these are on opposites of the situation. So
of these signs. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Okay, let's keep going. Which traffic have our stop sign? Which traffic sign indicates that you must give priority to road users approaching from the right? Well, that's a yield sign, and that's a stop sign. I want to hit neither. I want to hit neither because
yeah, okay. Which traffic sign indicates that you must give priority to road users approaching from the right? Neither. Because this is a sign that you have to yield no matter what, if the traffic is from right or the left. And the same counts for this one, that you have to stop, full stop, and then you can, if there's no other traffic. So neither is the right answer, because if there is no sign at a crossing, neither this one or this one, then it's an equal crossing, and then it means you have to give way to traffic from the right. So the right answer is neither.
That's a yield for us, and that's a stop. I'm pretty sure that's a yield for us. I could be wrong. Oh God, I don't want to hit neither again, but
Yeah,
it's
neither's
either
good.
A,
Neither.
road users approaching from the right, maybe both. A and B. Yeah, let's do that.
Neither.
Oh my God, I'm falling apart. What is the maximum speed past this traffic sign? These are getting hard.
Oh, this is Belgium. What's the maximum speed past this traffic sign? That's a hard one. It means that you are on a road that you have way. So it's a priority road. That is what it means. The square means that you have a traffic road. I'm not sure over here in the Netherlands if this sign is smaller than you have a priority road inside a city, means that your speed is maximum of 50. And the bigger ones with the same sign, but a bigger version of it, are on the outside, are outside the city limits. That's what they call it, outside city limits. You recognize this because it's outside city limits, and then it is 80 kilometers an hour. And I do not know because I see 70 kilometers an hour, 30 on 120. The traffic sign has no influence. Oh, okay. In this, with these answers, yeah, then the right answer is the traffic sign has no influence on the speed. Yeah, okay. It says priority road. That's all it says.
This sign has no influence on speed.
Yeah, correct. Good.
Oh, wow. Wow. All right. 11 out of 21, you guys. Pretty safe to say I failed. What does this traffic sign mean? I already went over that one. What is the maximum speed on a motorway? Why is it showing me this sign? What is the maximum speed on a motorway? This traffic sign has no influence on speed. There is no maximum speed. Yeah, this traffic sign, it didn't, right? I'm already for.
Yeah, it says you're entering a motorway, but it has nothing to do with speed. It's not a very good quiz site.
Forgetting. I have like short-term memory, so I forget things very quickly.
Yeah, but
it was 120. Yeah, I totally forgot what.
Well, the question is, what is the maximum speed on a motorway? Okay, but this sign has nothing to do with the answers. But if the answer is, what is the maximum speed on a motorway? Yeah, 120.
What this sign was already.
The sign has nothing to do with
the priority questions.
Yeah, and this time you see it's not an equal crossing, but it has a crossing with signs. So which driver has priority? The one in blue, because all the yield signs, the triangle pointing down, and also the triangle pointing down on the road, we call those shark tooths, is clearly a sign that you have to yield to, in this case, the blue car.
It didn't give me an explanation last time, so which car has priority? The red car, the blue car. Okay, the blue car.
Correct.
They don't have a yield. Is that a yield?
Yes, it is.
I feel like that's our yield. Yes. It's got to be your yield too, right? The blue car. Okay. Who has priority at a roundabout? Drivers that want to enter the roundabout. Drivers already in the roundabout. Okay, so that's it. Drivers coming from the right. Drivers using their turn signals. No, drivers already in the roundabout.
Yeah.
What does this traffic sign mean? Car.
This one I don't know. It's a warning. It's a warning? No, it's not a warning. This is a forbidden rounded a red circle, a red border, I would say. And this, I've never seen this. Begin of a tunnel. Vehicles will explode with explosive materials prohibited. Warning for accidents. Vehicles with polluted fluids prohibited. I've never seen this sign. I never. I did a lot of driving and cycling in Belgium, but I've never seen this sign. Most logical to me would be vehicles with explosive materials are prohibited. Do these? Okay.
Or exploding. Fireworks coming out of car for a football match. I don't begin of a tunnel. Vehicles with explosive materials prohibited. That's probably it.
Yeah, I guess
Warning
so.
for accidents. No. Maybe.
No.
Vehicles with polluted fluids prohibited. You guys, if this is it, and you guys actually have a sign that represents, like, hey, if you have explosive materials in your car, you can't drive on this road. That's a crazy sign if that's real. I guess it might be accidents, but this is just too juicy for me to not click.
Yeah.
That is it. You guys have a sign for that. It's mind-blowing. What?
Even for me, it's mind-blowing. I did not know this. I really did not know this. I've never seen this sign. Never. When sort of is a sign for trucks with a specific or orange-like square, which prohibits some fluids being transported or being on a road, etc. But this, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. So if you see it anywhere,
maybe we do have a sign for this and I just don't know.
no.
I would imagine people would go over this if you get like your, whatever it's called, like not C, is it C class? If you get drive commercially, I think, yeah, C class. We might have that sign. I've never seen one though. That's
Me either.
bonkers. All right, we're about halfway.
Again, red circle, cyclist. So prohibited for cyclists.
Done. What does this traffic sign mean? A warning for cyclists. That was way too quick on that one. Damn. All right. Oh my God, guys. I can't do this. What is that? What is that?
He has no idea.
All right. What does this traffic sign mean? Turning left, man.
Mandatory turning left. Exception for cyclists and mopeds. That's mandatory, yeah.
Mandatory for cyclists and mopeds class A. Oh my gosh. Warning for cyclists and mopeds class A. Mandatory path for cyclists and mopeds. Okay, turning left mandatory except for cyclists and mopeds. Uitgezonderd. Uitge.
Yeah, it's Dutch, of course. That's make it. Yeah, I can read it. It's that there is uitgezonderd, except. Yeah, so if it, yeah, it's hard. I understand. This one is hard.
I don't freaking know. I have no idea. Turning left mandatory. Is that it? Shit. Okay, turning left was mandatory. Except for cyclists and mopeds,
yeah.
class A. Okay. I should have spent a little more time on that. I'm just trying to get through these. What does this symbol mean? Brights? Yeah, high.
Yeah, this should be, as far as I know, the same all over the world as in a car. That this is the bright lights. Yeah.
High beams. Okay. Oh my God, these kill me. Which driver has priority? Like, this is like a 100% guess for me because, okay, last time it said that it was the other car on the left. So the car on the left has priority. The white car. What? How is it the black car this time?
Yeah, because the last time the red car was on this side and he was coming from the right. Now the black car is coming from the right. This means that the white car has to stop and priority goes to red. Coming from the right is priority, has right of way. Right has right of way.
It's literally the exact same as before. It was a red car right here, and it was a car right here. Did I pick the wrong one? Maybe I did. Maybe it's the car to the right. That's what I did. Oh, shoot. What does this traffic sign mean? Mandatory path for cyclists? Entry prohibited except for cyclists. Mandatory path for cyclists.
Yeah,
Begin of zone for it might be a zone.
No.
Or is it a path? Maybe a zone. If it's a path, I'm gonna freak out. Oh my god. I'm really letting myself down here, and all of you guys. I thought I was smarter. What kind of traffic sign is?
Whoa, pick it up. This is hard. If you have never done it and you don't have any training for it, nah, come on. He's doing quite well. I've seen worse.
Is this an information sign? A prohibitory?
Oh, only what kind of sign it is, okay? A circle sign with a red border means prohibit.
Sign. A warning sign. A warning sign? Wait, what was red again? Red was a prohibitory. It was red that was prohibitory, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Red.
Which driver has priority? Oh gosh.
Yeah. This is not an equal crossing because there are signs. And these signs are that we have the shark tooth again. The shark tooth. And on this side is the sign we already talked about. So this is the priority road. So he has right of way, no matter if, and he has no matter what, because yeah, he's coming from the yeah.
I don't remember what the yellow sign means. I've gotten every single one of these wrong.
If he did not know, ever have, there was no, yeah, okay.
The white car? Yes. Yeah. What does this symbol mean? That's gonna be low tire pressure, no?
Yeah.
That's a tire with tread. All right, basic ones. Here we go. What does this traffic sign mean? City up ahead, right? Beginning of a built-up area, end of residential area, end of motorway, mandatory path. It's got to be beginning of a built-up area.
Yeah,
all right,
correct.
We're back on track. 20 out of 35. I got 14 questions left, or 15. Which traffic sign warns for a steep accent? It would be
a steep accent. Ascent. Okay. A steep ascent going down. Warning. I cycle a lot. I've seen a lot of signs about a steep ascent. But for me too, I'm thinking going from left to right up, this means steep ascent, and this means from right to left going down means descent. Ascent, yeah, it should be A, from going from left to right going up, and that's from left to right going down. Yeah, so A.
Because that's a descent, that's an accent. A. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. With a driving license B, you're allowed to drive a car with a weight rating of, oh my gosh, it's in kilograms.
What does it say? 7,500, 700, 3,000? With a driver's license B, you're allowed to drive a car with a weight rating of a maximum of 3,000. We don't have that in the Netherlands as far as I know, because B means that you can drive a car. And for driving a motorcycle, you need a different license. And to driving a bus, you need a different license. And so I don't know if there is a maximum, because I can rent a small bus, small van, to do some moving of furniture or whatever. And yeah, I don't know if we actually have a weight limit on our driver's license. I don't know.
Is it cheating if I go over and do, kilograms to pounds? Okay, so I think with a license B, if it's over 6,500 pounds, it's got to be 7,500 kilograms. Maybe? I think so.
I don't know.
3,500 seems pretty small. That's like a normal car. I'm going to say 75. Really? Or is kilograms less? I thought... Guys. All right, if anyone's still watching right now, what does this traffic sign mean? Cross...
Oh, yeah, I didn't know either. It's not something you think about when you know what you can drive and what you can't drive with your driver's license, but you don't know the actual weight maximum of your driver's license. I don't know. What does this traffic sign mean? Warning, crossing for cyclists, and they have priority. Signs up.
Crossing for cyclists, warning for cyclists, beginning of a zone for cyclists, mandatory path for cyclists. Oh my gosh. Warning? Didn't I already do warning on one though, and I got it wrong? Crossing for cyclists.
Yeah.
Oh man. What is the minimum speed on an expressway? Is there no minimum?
Yeah. And then this sign has nothing to do with the actual question. What is the minimum speed on an expressway? Something that sometimes happens in the United States. I've seen some videos about it that somebody was pulled over because he was not driving fast enough on an expressway. I'm not sure what actually an expressway is. Is it a motorway or is it a highway? Expressway, if an expressway is, then the minimum speed is 80. The minimum speed is 80 kilometers an hour, so that cars, electric cars or slow cars with a maximum of 45 kilometers an hour cannot use an expressway. I guess that is the meaning of it, but this sign has nothing to do with it. So 80 kilometers an hour on an expressway.
Speed, I wish that wasn't there. 80 is what, like 55, 60 miles an hour, right? That's kind of like our minimum speed. This is really hard. It could be 100 though. No, it's not 100. It's either minimum or 80.
80.
Oh,
What?
I thought I would do.
What? No minimum speed
This is
on an expressway. There's no minimum speed. What's the correct answer? What the heck? Now I have to look up what an expressway is, translated in Dutch. Expressway. Snelweg. Yeah. Then there is in Belgium a different rule, because I can show you guys. We have 45 kilometer auto. So we have we have 45 kilometer cars, you see them right here, that actually look like a car, but have a maximum speed of 45, and they are not allowed on a snelweg, on a highway, on an expressway, because their maximum speed is 45. Because they go as fast as a scootmobile, only they look like a car. So either the Belgians don't have a minimum speed, or this question is not right at all, because a minimum speed of 80 is correct. In my opinion, in the Netherlands, this is correct.
really hard. It could be 100 though. No, it's not 100. It's either minimum or 80. Fuck. I thought I would do better than this. 21 out of 39. What does this traffic sign mean? I have no idea. Absolute warning for...
What does this traffic sign mean? Begin on an expressway, begin over residential area, Parking allowed for cars. Yeah, this is typical Belgian. I do not know.
For traffic jam, I feel like that would be like
It's a square sign with blue fillings. It's not parking allowed because parking allowed is usually with a big P in the middle.
multiple cars. Parking allowed for cars. It doesn't seem like it's parked. This is really beginning of an expressway because it's blue. Isn't that for cyclists? Or it was a, I don't know. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, begin of an expressway. I never noticed it. I rode a lot, but I never noticed it.
Okay. All right. We're back. We're back, baby. We are back.
We are back, baby.
Which traffic sign is a mandatory sign?
Which traffic sign is a mandatory sign? Oh, yeah, okay. Mandatory. A, B, neither B or A. Mandatory. This is a mandatory sign, but it's in Belgium. So they don't have the same, of course, it's a different country. But in the Netherlands, those signs are more clear. Because if this is a mandatory sign, it's rounded with blue fillings. Do they have two sides? Because rectangle with blue filling is also mandatory. But this is a square with blue fillings. But it's B because it means that you have to use this as a trottoir, a sidewalk with partially also usable as a cycle path. So it's B, but it's not as clear.
I said mandatory. Really weird right there. What is going on?
It is.
It's a mandatory sign.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're both a mandatory sign. A and B. Shoot. A mandatory sign can be recognized by its round shape and blue color. I thought because it was blue, that was it. But
yeah, that's what the explanation said. But the other mandatory sign, oh wait, turning left was also mandatory except for cyclists and mopeds. Yeah, okay.
that one's blue too. So confusing. What does this traffic sign mean? Didn't we already do this? Or is it?
Yeah, no overtaking. Circle, red border, white inner. Yeah. No overtaking.
Different. I don't want to I can scroll down and look at my questions too. I don't want to go back. What does this traffic sign mean? Overtaking prohibited?
Yes, correct.
Which traffic sign indicates that turning left is mandatory? Oh, it's
Yeah, then again. So the blue one, the blue circle with the arrow, this is prohibited. Again, a circle sign with a red border means prohibited. So this is mandatory. And we are using rectangle signs with blue inner fillings as a mandatory sign. And in Belgium, they use the rounded. Okay.
It's got to be A, right? It's got to be A. Because B is no. But is it neither? Because, oh my gosh. A. There we go. There we go. I might be able to salvage this to 50-50. I just got to get one more right, at least. What does this symbol mean? Rear fog lights, dipped beam, high beam, front fog lights. You have a sign for rear and front fog lights? What? And dipped beam? Like, we already did the high beam. So
this is the dipped beam, yeah.
I'm going to say, I don't even know what a dipped beam, maybe? That's not something that we have, so We're on it.
It's correct.
Let's go. What does this traffic sign mean? Turning left.
Yeah. Turning right in this case. Prohibited. Yeah.
Left mandatory, turning right prohibited, dead end street, turning left prohibited. Okay, turning right prohibited. Which traffic sign is about 100 meters in front of a pedestrian crossing? A.
What? What? Which traffic sign is about 100 meters in front of a pedestrian crossing? 100 meters. Do they actually place them 100 meters in front of them as a warning? Oh, we don't do this in the Netherlands. It could be even right in front, because this is. Oh, do they actually do this? Yeah, it's this one. This is a warning. It's a triangle pointed upwards. So this is a warning, and they do this 100 meters in front. So A is the correct answer, but 100 meters? Yeah, okay.
Got it. A fire extinguisher must be present in the car. That's got to be wrong, right? I mean, I know you guys are like really, really safe, but a fire extinguisher? I don't think I've ever seen a fire.
I do not know in Belgium. I really don't know. I don't have a fire extinguisher in my car. I have a first aid kit in my car because it's mandatory in Germany. But a fire extinguisher, I do not know. I don't think so.
Extinguisher in a car. Maybe a truck, like a truck that I used to drive for work. We're going to say wrong. I don't think you need that. Oh my God.
Oh
No.
my God, me too. What? In Belgium, a fire extinguisher must be present in the car. It says, no. In Belgium, is a fire extinguisher not mandatory for small cars, for particular, I would say, for private cars. And this also doesn't count for cars with a foreign sign, as foreign license plate. It is mandatory for professional, so trucks. Yeah, okay, but for okay, so it's not. So this is not. His guess was correct, and the explanation of the site was wrong.
No way. Seriously?
No,
Every car has a fire extinguisher?
no.
Oh, I had no idea. Seriously, my mind is blown. Okay. You approach a crossroad with a policeman. What does this signal mean? That's got to mean stop, right?
Yeah, correct. Halt.
You must enter the crossroad. All drivers must stop and leave the crossroads. You must give way to drivers from the right. No, you got to stop.
Yeah.
What? All drivers must stop and leave the crossroads. Like you have to turn around.
What? This is a stop sign. All drivers must stop and leave the crossroads? No. No. It's a stop sign. If you have to leave, he will signal, you can see that, he will signal with his hand that you have to go. So that's the signal. But this is only stop. He's correct. The side is wrong. Oh.
Around? All right. All right. What does this symbol mean? Cruise control. It's got to do something with speed. There we go. There we go. All right. Last one. What does this traffic sign mean?
Roundabout.
Mandatory direction of the roundabout. Warning for yeah. All right. And
Mandatory direction of the roundabout. Yeah, it's a roundabout, yo. Of course, when you're coming over from Great Britain, it's different. But yeah, in Europe, we drive on the right side of the road.
end of my practice test, I got 29 out of 50. I don't know. I feel like I would fail.
29 out of 50 for a foreigner. doing this for the first time without any real theoretical training or classes or any other information, he did rather good. He did good.
I would fail really bad. All right, that's with zero knowledge
Yeah.
though on your guys' driving. All right, so don't make fun of me too hard.
I won't. He has done it really good. Okay. If you learned something, then press like. And if you want to see more of my videos, then this is a good place to start with. And otherwise, I would really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.